Jane. Thank you for taking the time to check this out. I appreciate it immensely. I wanted to share some of the things that are inspiring me. First of all, I get a lot of inspiration when I travel. And it's usually, I'm like refilling my cup, and then when I get back home, then it's like all of the inspired ideas start to really flow out of me. And I just got back from a 10-day trip to the Northwest, and I had an amazing, beautiful experience. I got to really connect with the earth and really breathe in a lot of inspiration. It was a really good visit, and I learned a lot and I grew a lot, and I'm looking forward to more of the inspired ideas that kind of come from that. And all this leads me to what I'm vibing on, and what I know a lot of others are vibing on too, with what's going on in the galactic realm, the collective, the earth. More people are waking up and having a conscious awareness of our manifesting abilities, which is fun. So, because I'm all about consciously creating the future from the heart. So, bonus. Anyway, so a lot of like divine feminine energy is like coming in. And the way I am feeling that to be experienced is multifaceted. And I would like to, I think, focus this one on the creative aspect. So I do a lot of work with ways to use creativity to heal through recovery. Recovery meaning anything, like we're all recovering from yesterday. We're all recovering from our childhood. We're recovering from the program. We are recovering from like neural programs that say that we're not enough and that we're never going to be enough, or that there's not enough around us. So we're recovering from that as we wake up. So as this feminine energy comes in for all of us to receive, it's a very interesting time, because I don't feel that we've collectively ever gone through this, like ever. It's like this galactic new year, and we've had this like kind of like a hard reset, you know, when you're like your phone's just acting up and you're like, I'm just gonna like turn it off for a little bit, and then it turns back on and it's like new phone. It's kind of like that. So we've had this big like galactic reset, and now all this energy is coming in. I know here last night on the full moon night, so August 15th, I had a BDSM squared event where we had breathwork, discussion, sound, meditation, and movement, and cleared a lot of energy through those BDSM squared. But when, you know, we were clearing it in light, and we were clearing it creatively, and it was unique unto every person in the way they were doing their own clearing, and I was there guiding the clearing. So we leave, you know, full moon's out, and like crazy amount of lightning is just like clearing. It's coming into this atmosphere. It's emitting and moving energy. The wind was blowing like crazy, just clearing out the air. Other areas of town got like torrential downpour last night. That's a lot of water clearing. So it was a lot of like elemental movement and energy shifts, and we were doing the same thing in our physical elemental vessel, which I find super rad, because I know that people around the world were doing a very similar, maybe not a BDSM squared like I call my events, but more like meditation, energy clearing, full moon celebration type of stuff. Which I find that to be, one, super awesome, wicked powerful, and I'm just thinking like, you know, the more often that we collectively attune to like the earth, the cosmos, and all that stuff, and when we're called and inclined to like have an event or do a thing, we are more likely to be in alignment with the collective higher vibrational beings, or the earth, or the planets, which will just amplify the effect of that meditation or those intentions or those prayers or those rituals and those practices, especially when done in light, which is fun to do on a full moon because it's dark. Anyway, so all this feminine energy is coming in. It's going to be coming in for a while. It's like the new reality show of life. The old patriarchal paradigm energy that we had all been really programmed into is no more. Doesn't mean that people aren't still in that program and that they're living from that space and they're still believing in that space. That's a reality. It's also a timeline that's dissolving into this new reality that we're all collectively and sovereignly creating. This feminine energy, y'all, it is the lunar energy within each of us. It is that creative nature. And when we stop creating, we stop existing. So creation is like real important. And I talk with people and they say things like, well, I'm not creative. And I'm like, yeah, you are, but that's cool. We'll get to that. Because I think that so many have forgotten that we are creator. Like, we are source energy in bodies. We are embodied love. We are the vibration of love. We are love. We are love. We are source energy, which means we are creator, which means we are creative, which means it's in our nature to move forward and continuously create anew over and over and over again, whether it's through lifetimes lived, or if it's through every day we wake up, or if it's the reality that I was programmed into isn't in my highest good, I'm going to need to create something new. And none of us know what this looks like, y'all. We've never done this before. We have never collectively revolted against an anti-human system. There have been pockets of revolution that stood up and said, no more, and then we'll create something new, and it works. There have been enough that have been taught to us in the history books about the times when people tried to revolt and were gassed, murdered, hung, abused, tortured, all those things. And since those are the stories of our childhood upbringing, it prevents a lot of us feeling safe, secure, and inspired to actually create anew and to tell those that created the old program that no, we don't like that anymore. The energies that are coming in are supporting the creativity, that divine feminine aspect, that spaciousness, that freedom, that fluidity, the movement. And we have this masculine energy, it's here, that's anchored in. And we're getting more of it in, don't get me wrong. That being said, it's very anchored in now. So now what we get to do, this is the way I'm seeing all this, is that we get to integrate all of this feminine energy within us and having the masculine energy to do it, to think logically. Like, if I'm going to create a community, well, I don't want to just be like, okay, y'all, let's just go hang out. No, like, I need to have logic and be like, okay, well, who's going to be the fire person, right? Who's going to be the one that knows the land, that can tend to the plants, the garden, the water resources? Who's going to be the medicine person? Like, there's like logic to this. And, what is going to be the verbiage that's going to be used? Is it going to be judgmental and fear-based, or is it going to be a language where we actually accept the unique expression of all individuals in here while still maintaining integrity, respect, and honor, and the commitments to do the thing, to be of service to the whole? And that's where I'm seeing this energy coming in and what we get to do with it. And so many of us have been taught that what we've created is bad, it's wrong, it's ugly, it's not good enough. or we don't have the proper training to have created it well enough in the first place, so don't even bother. And I'm finding that with a lot of men, that their creative nature has been stifled because they've been conditioned to produce, to do, to win the game, play the game, do the thing, bring home the money, support the wife, right? The program. So here's this whole like genre of dudes. They're like, I've got to do something, but I'm not creative, but I feel a certain way and I don't know what to do, and it's very uncomfortable. So I just want to, remind the dudes, like, you can do something creative. It's totally fine. And it's, I played that down a lot, like, oh, it's fine, it's whatever. But for real, like, do creative things, allow those juices to flow. It's a lot of that sacral space. It's that womb space. It's a feminine energy. I get it, dudes don't have wombs, but there's this creative nature still within, deep inside, that when it does flow out, it helps to integrate these energy lines so that we can keep evolving, right? Keep growing. And women have, what I'm experiencing or what I'm witnessing is that a lot of women are told what we are to create, whether it's, we are to create life, and we are to create a home, and we're to create an image to please others around us, mostly men. Forgetting that creativity comes with words, with movement, with dance, with painting, with coloring, with storytelling. Creativity comes out in a myriad of ways. And that, it used to be that like women would be, I'll say punished. They would be punished for using their creative energy, which also is very closely related to sexual energy because it's in that very same tantric space. It's indulging, it's creativity, it's pleasure, it's sensory filled. And a lot of women have been punished for that. Like, well, you wore that short skirt, so that's why you deserve to get raped. Well, you were dancing on the dance floor like that with that man. I mean, what did you expect them to do? And so now we all, and not just women, but we all are getting opportunities to really integrate this feminine energy in whatever kind of, wherever you are in your evolutionary process. So for some women or men, it may be like literally just like getting a coloring book, or turning music on and dancing in the safety of your own home, maybe with the blinds closed and a door shut so no one can see you, because God forbid someone sees you moving your body, right? Maybe it's just starting to write words down and see what comes out, see if it's a story, sharing stories of make-believe, using your imagination. Like, this is all part of our human nature, to receive creative ideas and then to let them out and to share them with the world, or at least share them with ourselves, So I just wanted to remind everybody, I guess, really, that with all of this feminine energy that's coming in, that we are all creator, we're all creative, and we are collectively, consciously creating the future. And like I said, it's never been done before. We've never had this opportunity. We've never been as supported as we have been by beings on this planet, humans. And the planet itself, like, y'all, Mother Earth is like super supportive of us telling companies, no, we don't want that fuel anymore. Or I don't need to live the way you've told me that I needed to live. I don't need to go buy a new car every few years. You know, whatever that looks like. But we get to have the support of the earth. Like, Mother Earth is probably, what I'm picking up on is like, she's like, y'all, I don't really want y'all to keep digging up in me. I'm kind of done with that shit. Thanks, bye. And we have the support of other beings, you know, other galactic light beings, the angelic realm. You know, our ancestors are supporting us. The universe is supporting us. The entire universe is supporting us to create a reality from our hearts. Like, literally, every single time we follow our heart, the universe is like, yeah, what else can I do to support that human? I see that human down there, that beacon of light, following their heart. The universe will line everything up. Every single time you take a step, masculine energy. You pick a direction, you take a step, right? Awesome. You do it with your heart and some love and compassion and creativity in there. Feminine energy, yeah. And then it makes your light brighter. And you get this bigger energy movement literally around our entire vessel. And it moves faster. And it's like a little vacuum for all the good things and support to come in and be like, yeah, guiding my path. And this really is just like the laws of physics and nature. It's just so funny and ironic that it has to do with love and compassion and acceptance and creativity. And I feel that the creative aspect is coming in. It's been coming in when we've always been creative, but I feel this wave of a lot of creative energy coming in. Sorry for that yawn. I've had one night's sleep. I slept last night. The 2 nights before were very minimal because I was in the middle plane seat on a red eye, and then the night before I just didn't sleep that well. I'm not tired though. Maybe I am. Maybe I should take a nap. Probably will. Anyway, I wanted to just share this beautiful now of the ability to clear energy, to heal ancestral stuff, to collapse timelines. I mean, they're dissolving anyway. It's all now. But to be able to take our hearts and let them guide us in trust, which is going to be very different and unique for every single being. Because although we are connected to the collective consciousness, to infinite intelligence, and the frequency of the love that we are inside, the way it is expressed is unique unto each of us. And for us to be able to do that, share that, create that, and put it out there is a very vulnerable space. It can feel scary. But I just want to put out there to just do it. Just be your freaky weirdo self. If you don't want to do the job anymore, trust. You'll figure it out. I'm not saying to quit your job. Although I've been talking to a lot of people that are like, wow, this really isn't serving me, and they are quitting their jobs. And I'm like, yeah, I've been there. Like, I feel that. It's a big step. And then to be the conscious creator of your abundance, you know, and what steps you take to receive all of the abundance, as opposed to relying on a corporation or an entity to tell you what you've done enough or not enough of to receive this limited resource of abundance. It's a totally different program. And as we click out of the old matrix, the old patriarchal program, we literally are creating a new program. They're very new neural pathways that we are creating in our brain, which affects our pineal gland, and our pineal gland affects it. And then the waves that emit from the pineal gland are going to be the manifested reality that we then perceive and live through. So create. And if you're at a place where you're like, I haven't created since I was a kid, I understand. Like, go to the store or play with food. Just play. Allow yourself to play. Use your imagination. Don't, like, you know when you're a kid and like you're playing on the playground, like you weren't like, oh my God, what do I have to do? I have to do homework. No. Like, you, not even a little bit. You were the kid and you were playing on the playground and you were having a friggin' blast because you were mindfully present and mindless from the program. So whatever it takes for you to do that, maybe it's getting in a body of water, you know, coloring in a coloring book, getting some paint, getting your hands in the dirt and playing, exploring, doing something that is outside of your norm. Maybe it's something that you did as a child, or maybe something that you've always wanted to do. But this is the time that it's being very supportive for all of us to do that, so that we can remember that we are powerful creators and that the universe is here to show us how powerful we are and how loving we are in this power, and how we can actually live the life where all beings are liberated and free, and to be the natural selves that we all are. So I think that's really all I was wanting to share. Be creative. Come to one of my BDSM squared events. Clear some energy. If you have any support that you would like as you're ascending and integrating these energies and releasing the other energies and just figuring out your own path, because we've never done this before. I've never lived this life. I've never paved this exact path for myself. I'm guessing you haven't either. And if you are on a path and you're like, I know it, I'm curious if it's a path that you were told that you had to be on, or if it's your path because you're just like, I can't not do this. I hope it's the latter of the two, you know? But I want everyone to, I'm going back to what I was going to say. I want everyone to really follow their heart super clearly. So if you need support on that, you can totally hit me up at one of the links below. And, you know, we can work together and either clear out the path, clear out some heavy density, clear out some of the program, or activate new programs, activate some DNA, get some rituals that help to support your body, mind, and spirit integrated self, how to find inspiration, how to create inspiration, how to move inspirationally through your own life so that you can enjoy it, because it's way more fun, and to also live an inspiring life for others so that they can look at you and be like, man, they did it. They're doing it. I want to do it. I don't want to do what they're doing, but I want to do my version of that. So I hope that everyone is enjoying all of the energies, and hopefully everyone got through the Lionsgate portal okay and enjoyed the full moon energy. And I hope that everyone is listening to their bodies and their minds and their spirit and see what they need. Hopefully you see what you need and are going for it. And I support you in following your heart, and I'm proud of you for every step that you're taking in the direction of it. Even though it may seem dark and murky and super friggin' confusing, I'm really proud of you for taking the steps and not knowing that if the next step is going to be there. And I'm really proud of you for realizing every time that the next step is always there. It's very inspiring for all. So thank you very, very much for taking the time and checking this out. I hope that everyone is enjoying their nows, and I look forward to chatting more. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, take care, you guys. Bye.